Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I'm Elisa. I'm gonna start with one of these. I'm gonna switch the decks up slightly today. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of readings because there's been like a lot going going down. So I figure, might as well kind of try to channel it. And okay. All right. So at the bottom I got, I release time and let the universe show me what to do. Which is sort of like chill. Like this is it's not the moment for like grinding. Like this is a moment to just sort of like chill and allow things to unfold. Like that's going to be the kindest, gentlest path through this moment. And then I got, when I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. So yeah, like I think it's sort of like the guidance is out there. And so it's like a good channel to be on because there's all this stuff in flux and everything is very up in the air. Like that's the energy that's kind of happening right now. It's like big flux, and there's like a lot of uncertainty, which can be unsettling. So it's a really good time to like tune in and like chill out. That's gonna be the kindest, gentlest path through this moment. All right, so now I'm going to the Sacred Destiny Oracle. I'm going to get a couple overall energies and we'll see. But yeah, the readings that have been coming out, like it's just sort of like they've been kind of like going towards this climax, and like the one yesterday that I did was like really really intense, like a really intense climax. And so it's just sort of like, where is this gonna go, so I'm like, I'm just gonna keep following the thread and see, Okay, so at the bottom we have inner peace. So this is good, actually. It kind of goes along with these messages where it's just sort of like, this is kind of a moment to just like flow through the change. And like if you can tune into that channel, it could be like this really beautiful unfolding to witness, And then we have wisdom. It's interesting because there's like all this water. Every single one of these cards is like super watery. So like it's just like a lot of emotion that seems to be being released, But we have wisdom, voyage, and we have standstill. And so this is really interesting because it's just sort of like this sort of like swampy water, and it's like standstill, but it's just sort of like it's almost like there's this stuck energy that like needs to be released. And when it does, like all this like water is gonna like all this energy is gonna like come out, and it's like that really kind of goes along with the last reading that I just did, because it was all about how like it's time to lance the boil. I'm gonna link it up here, but it's just sort of like like you've been like tiptoeing around it and you don't really want to deal with it, but like eventually like you just have to just like, it's just like blocking movement forward, but like once we can like actually confront the truth for what it is, like it's going to like cause this realignment, like there's going to be this wisdom that's going to come from it, and it's going to send us on this new voyage. So it's like actually this really good thing. It's going to be like a trigger for this evolution, which is a really good thing. But it can be like unsettling in the moment. So again, like it all circles back to the message of just like tune in, and that's gonna be sort of the kindest, gentlest way to move through this transition, because the guidance is there, you know, so don't forget that, and make sure you tune into it. What, Mom? Okay.
Because, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to finish doing this and then I'm going to come down, okay?
I would, you know, what are you doing?
I'm just doing this card thing. It's going to be good. Can you just give me about 15 minutes? Okay. You can sit there if you want, but I'm going to get this done, okay?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we got the Nine of Cups, which this is actually a really good message. It's a card of like healing or wishes coming true and stuff like finally coming to fruition. And it comes in under inner peace. But like the cards leading up to it are really interesting because we got Death, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and we got the Nymph of Wands. So ultimately, there's good news coming in, but it's gonna be like a shake. It's kind of a shakedown because it's just sort of like, you know, like I was saying, like something that's been stuck for a while is sort of like it's finally like we're getting liberated from that, but that's gonna release all this fear because it's a big change that's coming through, you know. So it's like it's a little bit of an adjustment. So, you know, it's like take the time to like process it, because ultimately it's all good. It's a good thing. But we're gonna have to like work through all the emotions that have been kind of stuck and held back for a while. You know, it's kind of like the whole thing with COVID. Like we've all been cooped up for 2 years and like everything's been kind of stuck, and we've been like wanting to move forward, and like now it's like finally it's sort of time that like suddenly like the gates are open and like we can go, you know. But it's just sort of like, you know, we've been kind of like
No, they're going to
yeah,
do we do?
yeah, exactly. Like we're gonna have to like work through that work through that on the way, you know, to the new world order, so to speak. Okay, I'm gonna go to Everyday Tarot, pick a couple more cards, and then pick an oracle to end the reading. Ultimately, it's good. Stay focused on the positive and stay tuned in as we're moving forward finally. And that's a good thing. I just got the Page of Wands again. So that's the second time. Like definitely some good news coming in. Like, and then we also got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So like this is just like movement. It's like love and it's like action, and that's just like what's the, you know how they used to have the lawn chairs in the movie with the like with the rolling thing, and it would just like lights, camera, action. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. Like it's like lights, camera, action, here we go. Yeah. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So it's like there's this new foundation, and we can see like we can finally see the path forward, you know. But it's like been blocked forever by some kind of drama that had to be unleashed. But now we can actually see it, and so we can make plans and we can move forward. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. Okay. So this is like independent, like large and in charge, like got a solid foundation, and like ready to hit the world, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go to Shaman Stream and I'll pick one final card. My mom's got this commentary in the background. Yeah.
They're not going.
Yeah, it is going.
They're going to do.
Yeah, one more, just one more. Okay. we go. We got hollow bone, teachability, and we got overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So it's just sort of like, it's kind of like what I was talking about. Like there's all this water and it's like all, you know, everything's changing. So it's like we finally can like empty out the tanks and start moving forward. But it's a little bit of a transition for us because we've all been kind of doing this thing. So hollow bone is teachability. I'm going to read it. Being empty so that the winds of spirit can breathe through you. So that kind of really reinforces this message of just like stay tuned in, let things unfold, and you'll be shown the path. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, and this will not change anything right now. You're being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There's an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego, eliminate the doer, and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. That's really good advice. Hollow bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life and as important as the brightest sun. So,
I don't get it.
I don't get
You
it.
know?
Stay in the flow, stay open. Actually, when I was doing the other deck, like the openness card kept falling out and I kept putting it back. But stay open because things are finally starting to move forward, and here we go.